It never lifts off the gas. Watch this go wrong fast. The van flips end over end. That charger is gone. And then it hits the pole. Number 1 ends in wreckage. We open on a silver SUV refusing to pull over, weaving through midday traffic as patrol units lock onto its bumper. The driver leans on the gas, slicing between cars at speeds the dashcam can barely track. Every lane change is a gamble, every intersection a coin flip, and the pursuit is only just getting started. Right now, the suspect thinks distance equals freedom, but he is burning fuel and luck with every block he clears. The SUV keeps stretching the gap until the engine and the nerves both start to give out, with units boxing the exits and dispatch calling out every turn. The driver finally runs out of road and options. There is no spectacular wreck here, just a slow, inevitable collapse of a plan that never had a chance. He goes to a stop, hands eventually go up, and the cuffs close on a chase that earns the bottom of our danger ranking. Black SUV explodes off the line the second lights hit the mirror. The driver clearly committed to outrunning everything behind it. Dashcam catches it carving across multiple lanes, brake lights flaring late into every curve. The patrol car strains to keep pace as the SUV treats the highway like an empty track, daring physics to catch up first. Watch how the driver overcommits into the bends, the back end stepping out a little more each time he corrects. Minutes, the black SUV holds its lead, but holding triple-digit speed on public roads is a debt that always gets called in. Units coordinate ahead, traffic thins, and the suspect's window to vanish slams shut. He misjudges one final ramp, scrubs off speed in a panic, and the run dies before it ever becomes a wreck. A clean takedown, no impact, and a spot just above the bottom of our ranked list of chaos. Now we drop into a dense downtown grid, where a fleeing car threads between taxis, buses, and crosswalks packed with people. Dashcam shakes as the pursuit blows. Red light after red light. The driver gambling that the city's chaos will swallow him. Every blind corner hides a pedestrian, and the stakes climb with each block of concrete canyon. Downtown is the worst place to run. Too many bodies, too many cars, too little room to recover a mistake. taxi-dodging runner keeps slipping through gaps that should not exist, but the city that hides him also traps him. Officers funnel the pursuit toward gridlock, and the open lanes the driver was counting on simply vanish into a wall of stopped traffic. He brakes hard, the escape route gone, and the chase ends pinned between bumpers rather than wrapped around a pole. A dangerous urban run that thankfully closed without a collision. A silver Impala takes the spotlight, low and fast, hugging the center line as it punches past everything in its path. Dashcam reading climbs as the sedan refuses to lift, the driver treating oncoming danger like background noise. Patrol units fan out behind, and you can feel the pursuit tightening from a chase into a genuine standoff of nerve. He has speed and a clear road, but he is also drawing every available unit straight onto his tail. The Impala fights to keep its lead, but the longer it runs, the smaller the world gets around it. Units choke off the on-ramps, and the suspect's confident driving starts to fray into ragged, late corrections. With nowhere left to open up the throttle, he finally surrenders the speed he was so proud of and rolls to a stop. No crash, no fireball, just a fast car that ran out of map. It lands squarely in the middle of our danger ranking. Here comes a Dodge Challenger built for exactly this kind of bad decision. All muscle and no brakes for caution. The moment the lights flash, it launches, the dashcam barely holding the shape as the coupe rockets between traffic. 8 cylinders of pure refusal carry it down the highway. And the pursuit instantly feels faster and meaner than anything before it. That much horsepower turns small mistakes into huge ones, and the driver is already pushing the margins. Spends its lead like it has unlimited road, but raw power cannot outrun a coordinated net of patrol cars and radios. As units stack the exits and traffic forces him to brake, all that muscle becomes a liability he can no longer control. He nearly loses the back end twice before grinding to a halt, the run ending in a stop rather than a smash. A high horsepower scare that climbs into the upper half of our ranked chaos. Night falls, and a Dodge Charger turns the highway into a tunnel of headlights and red and blue strobes. The Dashcam fights the darkness as the sedan blasts through unlit stretches, the driver trusting speed over the road he can barely see. Every shadow could be a stalled car or a curve, and the pursuit takes on a far sharper edge in the black. Darkness erases his reaction time, and at this speed, there is almost no margin left to give back. The Charger carves through the night for an unnerving stretch, but running blind only works until the road decides otherwise. Units pace him with eyes in the dark while spike strips and blocked exits wait ahead. The driver finally feels the trap closing, lifts off, and brings the screaming sedan down to a tense, headlight-soaked stop. He walks away from a run that could easily have ended in Twisted Metal, earning a high spot just outside our top 2. Our number 2 is a Ford Bronco throwing its tall, top-heavy body across lane after lane like the laws of balance do not apply. Dashcam captures it weaving violently, the SUV leaning hard with every desperate cut as it tries to shake the units behind. One bad swerve at this speed, and that high center of gravity becomes a death sentence on wheels. Aggressive lane change loads up those tires that Bronco at this speed does not forgive an oversteer. The Bronco keeps slashing through traffic, each weave a near miss that should have ended in a rollover. But the more it tilts, the closer it skates to disaster. And the officers know it cannot keep this up. They tighten the box and pressure the driver into a corner he can't power through, forcing the SUV to bleed off speed before its luck runs out. It teeters, recovers, and finally stops upright. A heart and throat run that climbs to second on our danger ranking. Top of the list, and the SUV at the wheel is driving like it's already decided how this ends. Dashcam locks onto it, flying down a tight corridor of traffic, the driver blowing every cushion of space and treating the road like it belongs to him alone. The speed is reckless, the lane discipline is gone, and you can feel the whole pursuit tipping toward catastrophe. the one with no soft ending. The speed is too high, and the margin for error has already vanished. The SUV refuses to lift, even as the road narrows and the obstacles close in. And that decision detonates in an instant. It loses the line. The back end snaps loose, and the vehicle is flung sideways straight into a utility pole at full speed. The impact is violent and absolute. Metal folding around the pole as the SUV is stopped dead in a spray of debris and dust. There is no outrunning that wall. No, walking it off cleanly. Just the brutal split second where the chase ends in wreckage. That is why it sits unchallenged at number 1 on our danger ranking. That was today's countdown, ranked by danger. Split Second drops a new breakdown every single day. So hit subscribe and ride along, because you never know which chase ends in a split second. Drop